Welcome to Smashville. This is PK Subban.
I'm Dan Hamhuis.
This is Craig Smith.
This is Mike Fisher.
But you need to dig in right now, every guy.
Everybody loves their soldiers until they come home and stop fighting.
Enough is enough.
They need me to bleed, and I'll bleed for my team.
Start playing with some jam in here. Let's go.
This is Ryan Johansson. Welcome to Smashville.
This is Philip Forsberg.
I'm Victor Arvidsson.
I'm Ryan Ellis.
I'm Matthias Ekholm.
I'm Beckerin, and you're listening to the Renegades of Puck with Crazy Charlie.
Crazy Charlie puts words in my mouth. You can't trust that guy.
If you can't get some fire, some passion, some energy, and figure out how in the hell to talk about this magnificent sport of hockey that has taken over the city of Nashville, then why are you on the radio? You don't deserve it, and you should do the honorable thing and turn your mic in. You're making a damn fool of yourself.
This is my declaration. I'm coming after every single one of you. The lazy, the tired, the boring voices out there. Your time is up. I'm Crazy Charlie Saunier.
I'm Pete Weber of the Nashville Predators.
I'm Roman Yossi of the Nashville Predators.
I'm Colton Sissons of the Nashville Predators.
I'm Eustace of the Nashville Predators.
You're listening to the Renegades of Puck with
Crazy Charlie.
Find a way, boys. No more half-stepping.
Now, here's your host and captain, Crazy Charlie Saunier.
Welcome to the bunker. Welcome to the Renegades of Puck podcast. I'm Harrison, Captain Crazy Charlie Saunier. And before we get started with the no half step and hockey coverage, first, let me direct you to our home website, renegadesofpuck.com. Once you go to renegadesofpuck.com, you'll learn everything you need to know about the show. And once you're good and educated about the show, when you click on that merchandise tab, take you straight to our classic logo tee and all the gimmicks you've come to know and love and expect from the Renegades of Puck. Whether that's socks, throw pillows, wall art, bed sets, it makes no difference to us. After all, we've sold out so that you can buy in. Social media is of critical importance to this independent, unaffiliated operation known as the Renegades of Puck. So here's how you can jump in the trenches with us. Please support us over on social media. You can find us there on Instagram and Threads and also Facebook. Doesn't cost you a thing. Doesn't take you but a second. Goes a long way to helping out building the show. YouTube, that's where you can find all of our content these days. We're posting a lot of good stuff over there on a YouTube channel, so please subscribe to the channel, turn on those notifications, pass those links around to the Renegades in your life. We are super appreciative of all of our recent subscribers to the channel. Stick taps, love, and of course, respect each and every one of you. You can support the show financially, and we're in process of construction and building a brand new set. So please, we are needing some construction costs to offset a couple of things that are, well, frankly, have gotten more expensive since we did the estimates just a couple of months ago. So if you can spare it, we sure could use it. Go to Venmo and search Renegades of Puck or scan the QR code that's over there on the corner of the desk on our virtual tip jar. It really, truly does go a long way to keeping us moving forward with our plans and our projects for the future. Thank you so much to each and every one of you for helping us build the brand new set. Hope you saw the pictures on social media of the first previews that we posted the other day. Now, listen, I know it's time for No Half Step Hockey coverage, so let me deliver the goods. It's time for Operation number 977. That's right. It's time for show number 977. And at this moment in hockey history, the Nashville Predators currently find themselves in 7th place in the Central Division after 65 games skated. They have a record of 25-33-7. 57 points has them well in the wastelands all by themselves. No one really around them. The Chicago Blackhawks are 8 points behind, and the St. Louis Blues are 12 points ahead. And the Predators just find themselves in 7th place, where they have been for quite some time now. 8-21-4 on the road this season, which is where the Nashville Predators will play their next game. It happens to be in Los Angeles against the Kings. The Predators have scored 171 goals on this season. They've given up 213 total against. It's a goal differential of -42. Central Division update before we get into the Preds week ahead, the season series, then the LA Kings matchup itself. That's happening in, well, just a couple of hours. Second night of back-to-back for this Nashville Predators team. The Winnipeg Jets are in first place in the Central with 96 points now. The Dallas Stars in second place with 86 points, so a 10-point separation with 20 games to go on the season in the Central. The Colorado Avalanche at 83 points find themselves in third place. The Minnesota Wild at 79 points are in fourth place. Utah has 69 points in fifth place. St. Louis is in sixth place with 69 points. The Nashville Predators have 57 points in seventh place. And Chicago Blackhawks in last place with 49 points on the season. The Preds week ahead after this back-to-back wraps up. LA head back home on Tuesday to take on the St. Louis Blues. Thursday to host the Anaheim Ducks. Saturday, the Toronto Toronto Maple Leafs. And the 23rd of March, we'll see the Preds in St. Louis. So a 3-game homestand coming up next for the Nashville Predators. The season series, this is the third of 3 regular season meetings. We have to go all the way back to November the 4th to find the Predators getting shut out at Bridgestone Arena by the LA Kings. One of the worst overall performances of the season by the Nashville Predators. UC Saros won 24 out of 26, took the loss. Kemper picked up the victory, 16 saves for the shutout. Fiala, Kempe, and Kopitar with the goals for the LA Kings. The second time these two teams met this season also happened to be at Bridgestone Arena. It was on December the 21st. The Predators scored a 3-2 overtime victory over the Kings. Noonan picked up the victory, 22 out of 24 for Nashville. LaRue, Marchessault, and Blankenberg scoring the goals for the Predators. Kemper again getting the start, this time taking the loss, 23 out of 26. Lafreniere and Byfield picking up the goals for the LA Kings. So the third regular season meeting is coming as the only stop for the Nashville Predators in Los Angeles this season. The Predators 1-1 against the Kings, only 2 out of 4 points acquired. They've been outscored 5-3. The LA Kings, let's talk about them exclusively for a moment right here. Their record is 35-20-9, 79 points acquired on the season. That puts them in third place in the Pacific Division, which right now is a guaranteed playoff spot. 22-3-4 on the home rink, quietly putting together one of the best home seasons in NHL history. 184 goals scored, 169 goals against. That's a goal differential of plus 15. So going into the barn, that's very difficult to win in. The Nashville Predators are lucky they only have one trip into LA for this entire season cycle. Go back to March the 5th. They start the most recent completed 5 stretch of games, 3-2 shootout loss versus St. Louis. On the 8th of March, it was a 2-1 overtime win versus St. Louis. So a home with the Blues, each go extra time. On the 9th of March, a 6-5 win at the Vegas Golden Knights. On the 11th of March, a 4-1 win versus New York Islanders. Most recently on the 13th of March, a 3-0 win versus the Washington Capitals. Kemper gets the shutout in that game with 21 saves. Talk about the matchup between the Predators and the LA Kings. The Kings in the goals for category, 2.86 per game, is 18th best in the league. The Predators, 2.62, is 31st, one spot from last. The Predators goals against category, 3.28 goals, is 26th. 2.59 goals against for the LA Kings is 4th best in the league. In the shots on goal category, the LA Kings are 28 on net per game. It's 19th best. The Predators surging in this category in recent weeks, 29.7 overall for the season, 5th best in the NHL. Shots against category, the Los Angeles Kings, 25.6. That's a remarkable number, 2nd best in the league, while the Predators giving up 28.9 shots against per game is 21st overall. In the special teams category, the Predators ahead on the power play at 20.8% conversion rate on the power play, of 19th in the league, 38 conversions, 183 opportunities. The Kings' power play conversion is 15.5%, 28th overall in the NHL, 23 conversions, 148 opportunities, but the Kings are definitely stellar on the penalty kill, 82.3%. Kill rate is 4th best in the league, 33 power play goals against the season. The Predators' 81.4% kill rate is 9th best in the NHL. They have given up 36 power play goals against on the season. When it comes to the individual statistics and scoring leaders for each of these teams, let's start with the visiting Nashville Predators first. Philip Forsberg, 25 goals, 34 assists, 59 points. Leads the way in all 3 of those categories for the Nashville Predators. Jonathan Marchessault at 19 goals and 29 assists, has 48 total points. Steven Stamkos is at 22 and 20 for 42. O'Reilly, 16 goals, 26 assists for 42 points. Yossi, 9 and 29 for 38. Over the LA Kings side of things, Kempe leads the way with 27 goals, 26 assists, 53 total points. Kopitar right there, those 16 goals, 37 assists for 53 points is his breakdown. Former Predator Kevin Fiala is having a nice season at 25 goals, 19 assists, 44 assists. Byfield, 16 and 23 for 39, and Fogle, 19 and 18 for 37. Let's talk about the goaltending matchup. The Predators started UC Saros in Anaheim, which means Justus Noonan will get the start in LA. 8-5-0 on the season, 3.09 goals against, averaging 8.97 save percentage. Darcy Kemper, 21-8-7 for the LA Kings, at 2.23 goals against, averaging 9.17 save percentage, and 3 shutouts on the season, a record of 1-1 against the Nashville Predators this season. And Noonan did pick up a victory against the LA Kings earlier this year, back on December the 21st in overtime. That's got you all set for the Predators' quick turnaround around to go from the loss in Anaheim to the game in LA to wrap up this very quick West Coast 3-game road trip. Rebirth Sports Full Game Recap is what's coming up next. Then we'll do some analysis, box score, and more to close out episode number 977 right here on the Renegades of Puck podcast.
Hockey players are as unique as the game itself, and your uniform should be tailored to fit you. Rebirth Sports is your sports apparel tailor. From shells, bags, warm-ups, hats, hoodies, branding, and more, let Rebirth Sports be your custom hockey tailor.
And don't forget to tell them they do more than just hockey.
Rebirth Sports on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Rebirth Sport, a match made in hockey.
It's now time for the Rebirth Sports Full Game Recap. We go all the way back to March 14th, year 2025, when the Nashville Predators were in Anaheim to face off against the Ducks. Head coach Andrew Burnett deploys his lines and defensive pairings in the following way. Stamkos, O'Reilly, and Evangelista, Forsberg, Sissons, and Marchessault. Bunting making his Predators debut. Svechkov, Vrana, Bellows, McCarron, and Smith make up your fourth line. Shea and Blankenberg, Delgaizo, and Stastny, Osterley, and Barron are your defensemen. UC Saros gets the start in net. We find ourselves at the 2:47 mark of the first period. That's the first activity, and Saros is coming with a save on Killorn. That's the first shot on goal of the game at the 4:37 mark of the first period. Dostal comes with a save on Barron. That's the first shot on goal for the Nashville Predators. The 5:15 mark of the first, we find our first special teams scenario, and it goes in favor of the Anaheim Ducks as Colton Sissons is off the box. 2 minutes for holding UC Saros during that penalty kill. Comes with a save on Zellweger. That would be it for the Anaheim power play. 9:32 mark now of the first. It's Dostal coming with a save on Jacob Vrana at the 11:09 mark, already past the halfway point of the first period. Dostal coming with a save on Shea at the 12:17 mark of the first period. Dostal coming with a save on Michael Bunting at 16:07 of the first. It's Forsberg off the box. 2 minutes for slashing. The Predators shorthanded for the second time already in this game. UC Saros comes up with a save on Terry. The Preds PK would be strong. Back to 5-on-5 hockey and some play through the neutral zone between the face-off circles, where we find ourselves all the way to 19:24, the first period, when Dostal comes up with a save on Mark Delgaizo. We hit the end of the first period. No score. The Predators out shooting Anaheim 8-5. 22 seconds into the second period, UC Saros coming with a save on Leeson at the 4:13 mark of the second period. Saros coming with a save on Trouba, plus the follow-up by Vetrano at the 5:15 mark of the second period. Dostal comes with a save on Vrana. 6:21 now. Dostal a save on Bellows. 8:26. Dostal a save on Marchessault, plus the follow-up by Svechkov. The Predators buzzing here in the second period. Now 10:40 mark of the second period. Dostal comes with a save on Smith's deflection. At the 13:21 mark of the second, Dostal a save on Vrana. 13:49, Saros back in with a save on Killorn. At 15:52, we have a score breakthrough, and it's by the Anaheim Ducks. Terry's 18th goal of the season comes as a wrist shot over a prone Barron, and it all started when Barron's stick got broken on the attempted clearing pass, and then the turnover happened. Barron goes down, blocks the view of Saros on the release, and it is a conversion for Terry, putting the Ducks ahead 1-0 in this game. Fluky play, but it's the first breakthrough. 16:12 of the second. Now Saros comes up with a save on Lacombe at 17:50 of the second. Dostal comes up with a save on Barron. We hit the end of the second period. The Anaheim Ducks leading 1-0. The Nashville Predators out shooting Anaheim 17-11, and the Predators definitely having the better of the offensive opportunities in the second. Dostal coming up huge. We're 22 seconds into the third period now, and Dostal comes with a save on Blankenberg at the 1:16 mark of the third period. Saros comes with a save on Zellweger, plus the follow-up by Trouba at the 2:41 mark of the third period. Now Killorn off the box. 2 minutes for interference. This is going to put Dostal on the spot right here as he comes with a save on March. So then another save on O'Reilly, and then Vrana cashes in his 8th goal of the season, his first as a Nashville Predator. It was a heavy shot, and it was stopped with the glove and then fumbled by Dostal into the net. Almost an own goal. Vrana gets credit for it, though, with a heavy shot, tying this game that one apiece. 6:03 mark of the third period. Now Gudas off the box. 2 minutes for tripping. That puts the Predators on the power play again. Leeson then picks up a high sticking penalty. The Predators are going to have a 5-on-3 for 1 minute and 10 seconds here in the third period of a 1-1 hockey game. Dostal would come with a save on Forsberg, but that would be it for the 5-on-3. A very disappointing possession right here. 0 shots on goal in the continuing 5-on-4, and And then back to 5-on-5 hockey. The Ducks surging 11-20 of the third. Killorn picks up his 15th goal of the season. It was a 4-on-2 rush, and the finish comes from the slot area. The Predators a little bit lackadaisical on their back check right here. Players gliding back into the defensive zone, and the Ducks make them pay. It's 2-1 now in favor of Anaheim. We flip over to the backside of the sheet, and the Anaheim Ducks are going into keep away and shut down mode. 11:36 of the third period. Dostal comes with a save on Del Gaizo. 17:31 now. Dostal comes with a save on McCarron. And then 19:58. Dostal comes with a save on Shea, and that shot comes from all the way out at center ice. The way this game wrapped up was 6:47 of consecutive gameplay without a whistle. As a matter of fact, the television broadcast missed the last 2 TV timeouts, which, I mean, that's good for us watching, but bad for the Nashville Predators, as with no whistles and no stoppages, the Predators had trouble mounting any kind of attack, especially when it came to the extra attacker getting on there at the end. So the Anaheim Ducks, with 6:47 of consecutive keep away ice time at the end of the game, win this game by a score of 2-1. Nashville outshoots Anaheim 29-15. That's right. The Ducks go into the third period with 11 shots on goal, and they finish the game with only 15 shots on goal, but they do get the game-winning goal. They win it 2-1, and for the Predators, they go from 8 shots on goal in the first to 17 at the end of the second to 29, so 12 shots on goal in the third period. They had plenty of opportunities. They hit the post. Michael McCarron did at one point in time during a very, very big scrum right there. So the Predators fall in Anaheim first night of back-to-back. Now they've got to turn around very quickly, jump on the bus, get to L.A. to face off against the Kings. That's going to do it for the Rebirth Sports full game recap. We'll be back with box score analysis and more coming up next right here on the Renegades of Puck podcast.
Hello, hello, hello. I'm Tracy, owner-operator of Strong Style Fitness. And that's me and my training assistant, Rizzo. And we are here to bring you fitness that meets you where you are by offering circuit classes, bar-inspired classes, Tabata workouts, boot camps, guided stretching, and more, all taught by a certified personal trainer, me. To learn more, go to our website, strongstylefit.com. Subscribe on YouTube at Strong Style Fitness. Follow on social media at Strong Style Fit. But most importantly, let's get you moving. It doesn't matter if it's your first workout or you've been doing it for years. Strong Style Fitness has the workout that meets you on your journey and helps you along the path to a happier, healthier life. I understand where you've been, what you were going through, and where you were going, and I want to take you there. We'll see you on the mat. Mwah.
Welcome back in. That was the Rebirth Sports full game recap. Let's do some analysis now. Let's talk about the starting netminder for the Nashville Predators in this game, UC Saros. He goes 13 out of 15, gives up 2 goals against a light workload overall. Barron gets in the way, blocks the vision after breaking a stick, turning the puck over. Just 3 consecutive errors for Barron on this one, and that forces the Predators to come away with a loss in this one. Unfortunately, UC Saros had to be perfect in this one for the Nashville Predators to get the victory, and that is an awful lot to ask from your netminder. Saros was okay, but he wasn't great. The Nashville Predators didn't do nearly enough to help him out. Verona for the Nashville Predators picks up a goal in this game, his first as a Nashville Predator. 4 shots on goal as well. 11-19 in total time on ice. Noticeable. Love that shot that he took right there that was so hard that it forced the goaltender to fumble it out of his glove and into the net. Would love to see more of that. So Jacob Verona picks up his first goal as a Nashville Predator. O'Reilly picks up an assist in this game. Also 18-32 in total time on ice. Continues bringing the effort, continues bringing the jam. Also took a nasty high stick in this game, but unfortunately could not get the job done on that 5-on-3 power play. Don't worry, he'll hear that one again. Michael Bunting makes his Nashville Predators debut. Picks up a shot on goal, 15:04 in total time on ice. He was noticeable in bringing the jam, and I'm really looking forward to seeing the future. He's a 29-year-old player with another year left on his contract. I'd like to see the Predators put him out there every night for the rest of the season if he's healthy, and then we'll see what he can do all next season long. But I saw a lot of noticeable effort. I saw him going to the hard areas and being a greasy player. It's what the reputation was coming in, and I saw it all on display, and that's impressive for the first game with a new team after coming back from an injury as well. I think that he is going to slot very well with the way some of the Nashville Predators' other forwards play. Greasy goals coming soon for Bunting. And also you saw him move up in the lineup as the game moved along. Bunting ended up with 15:04 in total time on ice after starting the game on the third line. Michael McCarron on the fourth line generates 3 shots on goal, and he hits the post in one of the wildest scrums of the game where you just can't believe the Nashville Predators didn't find a way to put the puck in the net with the amount of bodies in front, the amount of chaos, the amount of chances at the puck, but they just could not get it done. And then McCarron has that trickler that hits the post and goes out. He also had 14:44 in time on ice. And again, for a fourth-line player, noticeable in this game. Brady Shea down on the defensive side, I think, picks up an assist, also generates 3 shots on goal, 23:41 in total time on ice to lead this Nashville Predators team. And the biggest story of the game for the Predators, the failed 5-on-3 power play. It cost them this game. 1 minute and 10 seconds of 5-on-3 power play time, plus the continuation of the 5-on-4. They just could not get it done. You also go to the 5-on-4 that happened before the 5-on-3 scenario. So that entire special team scenario failed the Nashville Predators, and it cost them this game. No 5-on-3 goals for the entire season for this Nashville Predators team, with a team that has Phil Forsberg, Steven Stamkos, Jonathan Marchessault, Ryan O'Reilly, and all the rest. That is hard to believe that they have not found a way to convert on the 5-on-3 this entire season. Let's hear from our good friends at Stripe Digital Solutions. Let's come back. Let's buzz through this box score. Let's get on out of the bunker. It's a stormy Saturday in the Middle Tennessee area, and the Preds are in the middle of a back-to-back less than 24 hours. They wrap up that game last night just before midnight Central Time. They'll be back on the rink tonight in L.A. before 7 Central Time. That is a quick turnaround on a back-to-back scenario on a road trip. Stripe Digital Solutions, box score, close, get you ready for L.A.
The digital environment can be quite intimidating, time-consuming, and cumbersome, especially with all those other areas that need attention at your business, and that's why Stripe Digital Solutions is here to help. I know, because that's exactly what Stripe Digital Solutions did for me and the Renegades of Puck. From designing my home website and helping me create my merchandise to special event posters, brand building, and social media management. But it's not just that, it's so much more. Stripe Digital Solutions has helped me every step of the way. From startup to full-time operation, Stripe Digital Solutions has been there to assist and advise every single step of the journey. In today's fast-paced world, the path to success is having a strong digital partner, and nobody is better in the trenches than Brandy and Stripe Digital Solutions. Get the solution before it's even a problem with Stripe Digital Solutions.
Box score. There is not a lot of data inputted onto this large statistical grid, so let me run down the categories and you'll understand what I'm talking about. Jacob Brana picks up the only goal for the Nashville Predators. Game is versus Nashville Predators. Obviously, that's a congratulations moment. Stick taps. Ryan O'Reilly picks up an assist, and Brady Shea picks up an assist on that goal as well. And again, that comes as the netminder fumbled the puck after the hard shot into the net. So Vrana gets credit for that goal, and 2 assists get awarded for it as well. In the shots on goal category, Vrana led the way with 4. McCarron had 3, Blankenberg had 3, Brady Shea had 3. So the Nashville Predators just, simply seemed like they were going to pile up shots in this game, but they really did not. What is the block shots category? This is a real disappointing one. Only 8 total block shots for the game. 2 by Stastny, 2 by Del Gaizo. So obviously only 4 to spread out through the entirety of the rest of the lineup. In the physical component of things, a very low number as well. Only 11 hits in this game. 3 for Mark Del Gaizo, 2 for Nick Blankenberg, and 2 for Jonathan Marchessault. Again, very underwhelming performances by the Nashville Predators in a lot of important categories here. When it comes to the 5-on-3 power play, just did not work here. So the power play time on ice leaders for the Predators, 306 for O'Reilly, 301 for Marchessault, 301 for Stamkos, 258 for Phil Forsberg, 153 for Blankenberg, 137 for Brady Shea. They did get a power play goal, but that power play sequence where the Predators failed to pick up the goal in the 5-on-3 and they only go 1 for 3 in the game, just really, truly disappointing. When it comes to the penalty kill time and isolators, the PK was perfect in this game, going 2 for 2, 231 for Michael McCarron, 215 for Cole Smith, 231 for Spencer Stastny, 204 for Mark Del Gaizo. And again, for UC Saros, a light workload, 13 out of 15, 2 goals against, an 8.67 in-game save percentage, 11 even strength saves, 2 power play saves, and the defense unfortunately let him down in front. He had to be perfect, and he wasn't, and the Nashville Predators suffer a loss in this one. That's going to do it for the box score. As you can see, the power is still on at all, having some lightning in the area, having some difficulty, so we got to wrap up this episode as quickly as possible. So we'll go ahead and say the Nashville Predators are in LA tonight, taking the Kings. We'll be back in the bunker. We'll break that down. Episode number 977 is in the books. Sure to appreciate your viewership, appreciate your time, and appreciate each and every one of you. I'm your host and captain, Crazy Charlie Saunier. Stick taps, love, and respect.